Welcome everybody to Extreme Power and No Handling, and today we're dealing with the 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor. Now this has 914 horsepower, 907 pounds-feet of torque from its twin-turbocharged V6 engine, and the car itself weighs 5,541 pounds. It's got all-wheel drive, doing 0 to 60 in 3.860 seconds, 0 to 108.513 seconds, going on to a top speed of 186 miles an hour. So yeah, just first I'd like to apologise for this not being out yesterday, but had a few internet issues and yeah, didn't really have the time to get this out in time. But yeah, this is going to be the final one in the series on Forza Motorsport 7, as Forza Horizon 4 is out on Friday in fact. And yeah, not really sure how this Ford is going to do really as a final car in this series, because granted Ford do have the fastest car on this series by a comfortable margin with the Focus RS, but they also have the slowest car in this series with that Ford 5-window deluxe, whatever. So and yeah, plenty in between, but none in the top 10, not even any in the top 20 even outside of that Focus RS. So yeah, I'm not expecting it to be as quick as that Focus, but if it can get in the top 20 at least alongside other all-wheel drive off-roaders, then I'll be happy. But yeah, it does weigh a lot, does have high riding suspension obviously being an off-roader, and yeah, quite a high centre of mass as well, so could be a bit of a handful, but it's got plenty of power and plenty of torque and decent 0 to 60 times, so yeah, it should be okay I hope. So let's get out there and see what it can do. So yeah, despite this car having more than twice the power it had originally, it should be able to handle the power fine with the all-wheel drive system and those big tyres, but whether or not it can deal with that power and the rain at the same time is obviously another matter. Now, I will expect some understeer in this car, because it hardly was without it standard, so it's only going to be amplified with all that extra power. I'll have to stay interior mode as well, because the car is far too big to see round. There's that understeer. Luckily we don't have to deal with a bigger engine, which would have more weight up front, because obviously that would produce more understeer, having more weight up there. There's the understeer again. Certainly something I'm going to have to try and rein in. The problem with this car is the transmission 10-speed gearbox. Means we have several gears to go through just before we even get to 100 mile an hour, which isn't helping the kind of speed we can get up to on the straights. Oh dear. Go around the corner, go around the corner. Well, that's a decent first lap, 1 minute 34.012. It's far from the fastest, but it's still far quicker than the slowest Ford that we've had, which, like I said, is in last place. On the whole though, outside of the understeer and the obvious lack of handling in general at certain points, it's not awful by any means. It's far from the best big off-roader that we've had on this series. Decent improvement though at 2.820 seconds better over last time, 1 minute 31.193 seconds. But yeah, we're just clearly struggling to get any more out of this, I fear. Get it below 1 minute 30, and that will be at least some achievement, though far off my top 20 goal. But you know, that's what's interesting about the series. Certain cars are bound to have their limitations, and this, yeah, has quite severe ones. Clip the wall there. No improvement that time around. We were about half a second ahead of our fastest lap at one point, but for whatever reason eroded away fairly quickly. Well improved though this time round. Yeah, we do slightly at 1 minute 30.835. I think getting that extra 0.835 of a second to get it to 1 minute 30 is going to be a struggle, quite frankly. Just does not seem to be able to get over this understeer that it has plaguing it, and then obviously the car doesn't have all that much grip or handling to deal with. All-wheel drive's doing its best, but you know, asking it to deal with more than twice the power, as well as wet conditions and giant puddles. Bit better through there though. Oh dear. Try and give myself one chance at least for this final episode. Slight improvement though at the end there, 1 minute 30.647 seconds, but that is far off the Ford Focus RS. It's nearly 10 seconds slower, and yeah, it's slower than the Dodge Shelby Omni GLS, the Ford Bronco even, which is obviously a far older four-wheel drive vehicle from Ford. So then the Audi Q7 V12, the Volkswagen Beetle, Volkswagen Touareg, Carmen Gear, Chevrolet Colorado ZR2, which is a car from 2017 like this, and is obviously an all-wheel drive pickup like this as well, so it's far slower than the competition that it's going up against, as well as the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon and Chevrolet Fleetland Special. It is though quicker than the Ford Transit Supersport van, Subaru 360, Bugatti Type 35C, Lamborghini LM002, BMW 328 and the Ram 2,500 Power Wagon, which again is from this same year as this, so it's at least quicker than something that's sort of similar, but and obviously far quicker than a 80s Lamborghini all-wheel drive vehicle, but yeah, not all that great. The fact it's not even 0.2 of a second quicker than the Transit Supersport van is saying a lot, considering that's obviously a van and was never meant for a huge amount of power in the first place, whereas this at least did have 450 horsepower from stock, so it was at least dealing with some high rate of power even when stopped. But yeah, just was not able to get over that understeer, not just that, not able to get over its handling from stock either. And even though it did have all-wheel drive, plenty of power, decent acceleration, etc., that was somewhat hindered as well by the transmission, which had way too many gears just to get up to 100 mile an hour. We're in 5th gear by the time we get up to 100 mile an hour, so yeah, not great, but far from the slowest Ford and far from the slowest car in general. So yeah, it does have these going for it, but I would have liked to even get into top 40, but didn't even manage that, unfortunately. Anyway, so yeah, this is the final episode, like I said, for this series on Forza Motorsport 7. Not sure whether or not Forza Horizon 4 is going to have anything like the Forza Horizon 3 autocross track, but if it does, I'll try that out. But we'll definitely have extreme off-road city builds and maybe a playthrough, and obviously other kinds of videos as well. So yeah, look forward to seeing you in Forza Horizon 4. It should be a real treat, especially with several new cars in that game that we've not had before, and obviously being set in the UK where I'm from. So yeah, I'll see you in that one. So yeah, bye.